Good morning. Cece and Faith here, Celia Morris. Today is January 5th. It is the first day of the work week in 2026. Um, I called in today because I just need to get my house in order um, and do some things with my kids and just really feel that newness and that clean slate when I go back to work tomorrow. So, um, Happy New Year's. And one of my resolutions is to get back active on this channel, um, to document the journey. Um, I really appreciate the words of encouragement from people who have shared with me to document the process. Because what I like to do, I always like to present finished products. But the reality of it is that God is not done with any of us, and I am continuously a work in progress. Since the last time I came on here, well, actually, I took I've been posting videos to my personal Facebook, and I shared some things that were a bit controversial, um, but still a truth. It was my truth for sure in the moment. It was the cry of a lot of people who are in my community who deal with the same thing. So it was definitely relatable to some, and maybe even, well, I'll say thought provoking for a lot of people. But I deleted those videos and I repented for those videos. But as I think about it today, and as my cousin told me, like, you just got to document the journey because that's it's just the process. People need to see the process. So I just pray that anybody that does see this, that first of all, whenever we watch anything, we always have to take it back to God to confirm what he says about it. Because I'll say something in one moment and the Lord, he will convict me. He will convict me and he will add perspective. And I don't feel right coming up on here sharing things and having new perspective on the things that I share. Well, let me say this. This is why I need to be consistent, because as God is working on me and revealing things to me, as I say things in the moment that is very real, and real cries, real prayers that not even just myself are sending up to God, but other people share these concerns. And if God is speaking to me based on that concern, me being consistent, I need to share it. I need to share it. So I'm not going to talk about old things. We're just going to start today, all things new. And I want to share the attitude that I'm going to be coming on here going forward. I I always cared about how the world perceived me, and I didn't think that that was a bad thing, if I wanted to live a life that glorifies God. Um, so I always cared about how the world perceived me, and I try to be I try to be raw, but still, like, you can't really be raw if you care about the world perception of you. But I thought that it was okay because it's if I want to give a perception to people, that God is good. you know, or I want people to perceive, you know, the goodness of God. You know, I want my life to glorify God. But somebody challenged me with the fact that that was a worldly perspective. And I get it now. I get it now because that's too much pressure. That's too much of a burden to put on myself. Because people are harsh, and like at the end of the day, it really doesn't matter. Because there's a lot of people throughout the Bible that, you know, if they were here today, we would not perceive them as men or women of God. So, world perception at the end of the day, whether it's my thought process is, I want to make sure I live a life that glorifies God. To who? Hold on. Yes, hon. Hey, babe.
What you doing?
I'm making a video. Say hi.
Hey, how's you making a video with the house looking like that?
See, I'm trying to be raw. See, this is what I'm talking about.
That's too raw.
We just got in from out of town. I'm supposed to be doing stuff around the house. That's why I took the day off. It's going to get done. But at the end of the day, I got to start my new year off right. See, that's raw. How am I making a video with the house looking like this? So we got to unpack. I still got laundry and stuff from whatever, y'all get it. We got to get some order going on around this piece. I'm a little bit embarrassed, but it'll be all right. It'll be all right. We got to go forward. But anyways, the world perception. I want to live a life to glorify God, a life that glorifies God. And the question that comes to my mind is, glorifies God to who? Who? The only thought that I want to have is, Lord, am I pleasing you? I just want to aim to please my Father. I just want to aim to please my Father. You know, having a world perception. This is an example that I'm going to give. When you know that you're about to go around people who don't like you, people who are jealous of you, people who envy you, people who might feel like you don't deserve what you have, or, you know, people who you care about, people that you love, people that you want to like, or people that you want to like you, people who you want to be relatable to. When you're trying to live a life that glorifies God to those people, you want to please those people, sometimes you will end up dimming your light. You will dim your light and trying to humanize yourself and trying to get on those people level, and trying to make sure that you don't come off as a person who is doing too much. But when you aim to please God, you do everything that you do for God. God's not going to tell you to dim your light. God is going to tell you to let your light shine so brightly before men, so that they want to know the God that you serve. They want to know whose glory is it on your life. Yeah, sometimes I make people a little bit jealous. But at least it will push them to want to know, how did you get that way? To want to get to know the Lord that you serve. So, yes, that's the way I want to go. That's the direction I want to go in this channel. I want to make sure that I just please the Father. I might ruffle some feathers. I might say some things that are thought-provoking. You know, it might not look pretty all the time, my background, might not be backgrounding all the time, but I just want to please the Father. And sometimes, like, while I'm about to clean up this mess and unpack from, um, we went out of town for a funeral. Um, but sometimes in the midst of me cleaning is when I have the most downloads from God, when I'm driving, when I'm showering, when I'm doing dishes, when I'm folding laundry. During those times is when God might drop something on me. It's not always to share, but it's always like I get so excited about it. I get so excited about it. And if I'm being honest, I don't really have, like, I have people to share with, but when I tell you that the revelation is so much, there's not a person around me that really have the capacity to to unpack all of this revelation that God gives me on a regular basis. But this platform, it is, I could use that energy on here. And I just pray that God will, I dedicate it to the Father. I pray that God will contain it when He needs to contain it, that He will keep it from the eyes that don't need to see it, that He will blow His breath on that He will blow His wind on any messages that need to go forth. That He will just use it as a teaching platform for me. I could look back on and learn things and about myself. I could review my own progress. So yeah, these are some of the things I want to do. And so today, I took the day off of work. My kids don't have school today. They got a big homework packet, so they'll be doing their homework packet. I'm gonna be cleaning, getting some things in order, unpacking, doing laundry, and finish writing down my goals for 2026. And maybe on the next video that I do, maybe we could talk about them goals. And if anybody wants to share their goals, I would love to talk about that. So yeah, anyways, happy 2026.